Hello, Michael here. Looking today again at Psalms 46, a psalm subtitled God is Our Fortress. And we're focusing on verse 5 and 6 for the exposition. Let's go ahead and read those two verses. Verse 5. God is in the midst of her, she shall not be moved. God will help her when morning dawns. Verse 6. The nations rage, the kingdoms totter. He utters his voice, the earth melts. And so we turn to the Treasure of David for the exposition, as written by Charles Spurgeon, and we start looking at verse 5. God is in the midst of her. His help is therefore sure and near. Is she besieged? Then he is himself besieged within her, and we may be certain that he will break forth upon his adversaries. How near is the Lord to the distresses of his saints, since he sojourns in their midst? Let us take heed that we do not grieve him. Let us have such respect to him as Moses had when he felt the sand of Horeb's desert to be holy, and put off his shoes from off his feet when the Lord spake from the burning bush. She shall not be moved. How could she be moved unless her enemies move her Lord also? His presence renders all hope of capturing and demolishing the city utterly ridiculous. The Lord is in the vessel, and she cannot therefore be wrecked. God shall help her. Within her he will furnish rich supplies, and outside her walls he will lay her foes in heaps, like the armies of Sennacherib, when the angels went forth and smote them, and that right early. As soon as the first ray of light proclaims the coming day, at the turning of the morning, God's right arm shall be outstretched for his people. The Lord is up betimes. We are slow to meet him, but he is never tardy in helping us. Impatient, complains of divine delays, but in very deed the Lord is not slack concerning his promise. Man's haste is often folly, but God's apparent delays are ever wise, and when rightly viewed, are no delays at all. Today, the bands of evil may environ the church of God, and threaten her with destruction, but ere long they shall pass away like the foam on the waters, and the noise of their tumult shall be silent in the grave. The darkest hour of the night is just before the turning of the morning, and then, even then, shall the Lord appear as a great ally of his church. Verse 6. The heathen raged. The nations were in a furious uproar. They gathered against the city of the Lord like wolves ravenous for their prey. They foamed and roared and swelled like a tempestuous sea. The kingdoms were moved. A general confusion seized upon society. The fierce invaders convulsed their own dominoes by draining the population to urge on the war, and they desolated other territories by their devastating march to Jerusalem. Crowns fell from royal heads. Ancient thrones rocked like trees driven off the tempest. Powerful empires fell like pines uprooted by the blast. Everything was in disorder, and dismay seized on all who knew not the Lord. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. With no other instrumentality than the word, the Lord ruled the storm. He gave forth a voice, and stout hearts were dissolved. Proud armies were annihilated. Conquering powers were enfeebled. At first the confusion appeared to be worse confounded. When the element of divine power came into view, the very earth seemed turned to wax. The most solid and substantial of human things melted like the fat of rams upon the altar. But anon peace followed. The rage of man subsided. Hearts capable of repentance relented, and the implacable were silenced. How mighty is a word from God! How mighty the incarnate Word! Oh, that such a word would come from the excellent glory, even now, to melt all hearts in love to Jesus, and to end forever all the persecutions, wars, and rebellions of men. Yes, indeed, God don't play. The earth can very well be melted like wax from a word of His. Let us ever praise His holy name. Trust you enjoyed the meditation. Michael here declaring yet again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be blessed.